What secrets could the moon be hiding? China, once a latecomer to the space race, has rapidly risen to prominence.
The Chinese have announced that they're going to go to the moon. In fact, they will probably beat the United States.
China sending a robotic spacecraft to the moon. The idea is to collect lunar samples and bring them back down to Earth.
Starting with its first satellite launch in 1970. Long after the U.S. celebrated its historic moon landing.
On, forward, 40 feet down, 2.5, picking up some dust.
Now, a surprising lunar discovery by China has caught the world's attention. An esteemed physicist, Michio Kaku, has described this find as nothing short of remarkable. This revelation has sparked intrigue and could potentially reshape how we view our universe. What did China uncover on this celestial body?
The moon is sort of a stepping stone for a lot of the bigger, ambitious plans that they have far off in the future.
It validates the connection between what's measured on the ground versus in orbit, and that opens up the door to land there and feel more confident.
Stick around until the end, because you won't want to miss this thrilling cosmic exploration. Half a century ago, humanity achieved the extraordinary by landing on the moon.
I believe that this nation should commit itself, before this decade is out, of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the Earth.
One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Yet we have not returned since. In the decades that followed, robotic explorers ventured deep into our solar system, revealing secrets of faraway worlds. While the Apollo missions unraveled many of the moon's mysteries, they also left us with questions, some sparked by the very samples astronauts brought back. Now, recent missions led by other nations are uncovering astonishing new insights about Earth's celestial neighbor. Among these, China has made groundbreaking discoveries, delving into the moon's most intriguing enigmas. A few years ago, China launched its Chang'e 5 spacecraft, an unmanned mission destined for the moon's Oceanus Procellarum, also known as the Ocean of Storms. This vast, dark expanse, visible from Earth, became the stage for an historic milestone. The spacecraft landed near Mount Rumker and accomplished a feat not seen in nearly 50 years. It collected samples from the moon's surface and returned them to Earth. The last time such an achievement occurred was during a Soviet mission in 1976. This marked a pivotal moment in lunar exploration. The samples Chang'e 5 brought back offered stunning revelations, particularly about the presence of water on the moon. Scientists long believed that the moon's fiery formation, over 4 billion years ago, would have obliterated any traces of water. However, this assumption has now been overturned. Large amounts of water exist on the moon, primarily as ice, found at its poles where sunlight never reaches. NASA has already set its sights on these regions for future crewed missions, as this water could become a critical resource for the next chapter of space exploration. But the Chang'e 5 mission didn't stop there. Alongside confirming the presence of water, it retrieved about 3.8 pounds, 1.7 kilos of lunar soil and rock, brimming with rare and valuable minerals. Even before these samples arrived back on Earth, Chang'e 5's onboard instruments revealed the likely presence of water molecules on the lunar surface. This discovery was monumental. Water, a necessity for life and a treasure in the barren expanse of space, had been confirmed on the moon. It begged the question, how did this water come to exist? Theories began to emerge. Some scientists suggested that asteroids might have delivered water to the moon during collisions, while others speculated about an undiscovered source on the moon itself. A breakthrough came from a collaborative study between Chinese and European researchers. Their analysis of Chang'e 5 samples revealed tiny, multicolored glass beads resembling cosmic pearls. These beads, formed by the immense heat of meteorite impacts, hold small amounts of water. And these beads are more than just remnants of ancient lunar collisions. They may hold the key to understanding the origin of the moon's water. Then Dr. Sen Hu, a scientist affiliated with the Chinese Academy of Sciences, shared a remarkable revelation. His research focused on 32 of these tiny glass beads, just tens to hundreds of micrometers wide. The findings were astonishing. These beads contained water, up to 2,000 parts per million by weight. These beads, formed by countless meteorite impacts over billions of years, are present everywhere, from the moon's equatorial regions to its polar extremes. Scientists estimate that an incredible 270 billion metric tons of water could be stored within these beads. While much of this water exists as hydroxyl, the possibility of molecular water adds an intriguing dimension to the discovery. This finding far surpasses earlier estimates. In 2010, NASA suggested that the craters near the moon's north pole held about 600 million metric tons of ice. The new data indicates that the moon might harbor an even larger reservoir of water, a resource with far-reaching implications for future space exploration. Adding to this discovery's significance is the age of the samples brought back by China's Chang'e 5 mission. Unlike the older lunar material retrieved during Apollo and Soviet missions, these samples are significantly younger, formed over the past 2 billion years, particularly during periods of heavy meteorite bombardment. These impacts mirror the intensity of the event that wiped out the dinosaurs 68 million years ago, and they've left a legacy of water-filled glass crystals on the moon. So, how does water end up inside these glass beads? The leading theory points to the sun. Solar winds, which carry positively charged hydrogen atoms, bombard the moon's surface and infiltrate these tiny beads. Inside, the hydrogen combines with oxygen, forming water. When the sun heats these beads, some of the water molecules are released, contributing to the moon's delicate water cycle. In essence, these glass beads aren't just passive containers. They actively regulate the moon's water distribution, potentially playing a key role in its hydrological system. In August 2024, Chinese scientists further expanded on these findings. Using advanced X-ray diffraction techniques, researchers identified a previously unknown lunar mineral, ULM-1, comprising more than 40% water by mass and containing traces of ammonia. Even more fascinating, the findings suggest that these water molecules could persist in sunlit regions of the moon as hydrated salts, challenging long-held assumptions about the moon's arid surface. However, Chinese scientists didn't stop there. They developed a new method to extract water from lunar soil, which showed that up to 50 kilograms of water could be produced from just 1 ton of soil. Experiments revealed that heating a single gram of lunar soil could yield between 51 and 76 milligrams of water. Scaled up, 1 ton of soil could provide enough water to fill over 100 half-liter bottles, meeting the daily needs of 50 people. Further analysis of lunar minerals led to another astonishing find. Ilmenite, a mineral rich in iron and titanium oxides, was shown to release both elemental iron and water vapor when heated. This makes ilmenite a natural reservoir of water, holding immense promise for future lunar missions. But how would this groundbreaking process actually work? The key lies in harnessing the moon's abundant sunlight. A concave mirror or Fresnel lens would focus solar light to heat and melt lunar soil, unlocking its hidden treasures: water, elemental iron, and ceramic glass. As the soil heats, water vapor is released. This vapor can be condensed into liquid water, ready to be collected and stored in tanks. And through electrolysis, water can be split into oxygen and hydrogen. The oxygen could provide breathable air, while hydrogen could serve as a vital energy source. Meanwhile, the extracted iron has immense potential. It could be used to create permanent magnets, soft magnetic materials for electronics, or even as a building material. And the molten lunar soil? Perfect for crafting interlocking bricks, ideal for constructing durable lunar habitats. Chinese scientists believe this breakthrough could revolutionize the way we approach the construction of lunar research and space stations. They suggest that the moon's water resources might one day sustain astronauts on long-term missions. This would mark a turning point in humanity's exploration of space, reducing dependence on Earth and paving the way for more ambitious ventures. Could the moon become humanity's stepping stone to the stars?
If one nation or one company, one group could figure out how to do it, that would be a game changer.
The possibilities seem closer than ever. Now, interestingly, a month before China's Chang'e 5 mission stunned the world with this groundbreaking discovery of water on the moon, NASA also made an announcement that set the stage for a new era in lunar exploration. Using the Stratospheric Observatory for Infrared Astronomy, SOFIA, flying 45,000 feet above Earth, NASA confirmed a water on sunlit areas of the moon.
NASA has just announced an amazing discovery. Water exists on the sunlit side.
This discovery revealed distinct signals of water molecules, suggesting that water might not be confined to the moon's shadowy poles, but could exist across its surface. While earlier studies hinted at water's presence, these findings lack precision. Measuring water from a distance required correcting spectral data for temperature, a daunting task when determining the exact temperature of the lunar surface from Earth. This is where Chang'e 5 became a game changer. By landing directly on the moon, it collected temperature data and samples, eliminating uncertainty and allowing scientists to measure water content more accurately. The mission didn't just confirm the existence of water, it revolutionized our understanding of how water is distributed across the moon. Yet water wasn't the only astonishing revelation from the moon. Chang'e 5 unearthed a rare lunar crystal that could hold the key to an unlimited energy source for Earth. This extraordinary material, discovered in lunar basalt particles brought back in 2020, contains a critical element for nuclear fusion, the same process that powers the sun. This groundbreaking find, initially leaked by renowned physicist Michio Kaku, was later confirmed by China's National Space Administration and the China Atomic Energy Authority. Named Changesite, Y, in honor of the Chinese moon goddess Chang'e. This crystal is unlike anything previously known to science. It was identified during an in-depth study of lunar samples by scientists at the Beijing Research Institute of Uranium Geology. With this discovery, China joined the United States and the former Soviet Union as one of the only nations to identify a new lunar mineral. The sample return mission that made this possible was historic in itself. It marked the first successful retrieval of lunar material since the 1970s and brought back over 1.7 kilograms of samples. The crystal's potential implications are staggering. Nuclear fusion, the process this material could help fuel, promises clean, limitless energy that could transform life on Earth. Chang'e 5's success reflects China's growing prowess in space exploration, rivaling even NASA. Beyond its ambitious space station projects and lunar missions, China's collaborative efforts with institutions like the Chinese Academy of Sciences and the Ministry of Natural Resources highlight a unified vision for unlocking the moon's secrets. Now consider the implications. This tiny, translucent crystal, no larger than a strand of human hair, has revealed possibilities that could reshape our understanding of energy. This crystal, formed about 1.2 billion years ago during a time of intense lunar volcanic activity, contains something extraordinary: helium-3. Its discovery was so significant that renowned physicist Michio Kaku brought it to global attention, emphasizing the magnitude of what this lunar find could mean for humanity. So why is helium-3 so groundbreaking? This rare isotope of helium, nearly absent on Earth, is abundant on the moon. Over billions of years, solar winds deposited helium-3 directly onto the lunar surface, embedding it into the moon's soil. Its potential lies in its unique properties, offering what could be a revolution in clean energy. Helium-3 is seen as a promising fuel source for nuclear fusion, a process that mimics the sun, where lightweight atoms combine to form a heavier one, releasing massive amounts of energy in the process. This reaction could offer humanity an unprecedented leap in energy efficiency. Fusion has long been the holy grail of energy production. Unlike the nuclear fission used in today's power plants, which generates dangerous radioactive waste, fusion fueled by helium-3 would be remarkably clean. It produces minimal radiation and virtually no hazardous byproducts, eliminating the need for managing harmful substances like uranium or plutonium. A future powered by helium-3 would mean safer, more sustainable energy, a dream that could redefine our relationship with power. But there's a catch. While helium-3 holds immense promise, we have yet to build a practical reactor capable of harnessing fusion on an industrial scale. Even so, the discovery of this isotope has sparked a global race to mine the moon. Countries like the United States and China, along with private enterprises, are vying for a piece of this lunar treasure. With China's Chang'e 5 mission uncovering fresh deposits of helium-3, the race is heating up, shifting lunar exploration from pure science to a quest for resources. Before wrapping up, let's talk about another intriguing discovery made by China on the moon, the so-called Mystery Hut. If you've been keeping up with lunar news, you've probably heard about this strange phenomenon that sparked curiosity worldwide. In 2022, we finally got some answers. It all started in December 2021 when China's Yutu-2 rover captured a peculiar image on the far side of the moon. The photo, released by the China National Space Administration, showed a grainy, cube-shaped structure sitting on the lunar horizon. Dubbed the Mystery Hut, the image ignited wild speculations. Could it be an alien artifact? A monolithic structure? The excitement was palpable. Determined to solve the mystery, the Yutu-2 team directed the rover toward the object, moving at a speedy 656 feet per hour, quick by lunar standards. After a month of careful maneuvering, the rover finally reached its destination. So, what did it find? Well, the answer was a bit of a letdown. It wasn't a mysterious structure at all, but simply a boulder. That's right, a large, unassuming lunar rock. Paul Byrne, a planetary scientist at Washington University in St. Louis, humorously weighed in, confirming it's categorically, absolutely a boulder. And for those still holding out hope, he added, by definition, anything greater than 256 millimeters in diameter is officially classified as a boulder. So yes, it qualifies. Andrew Jones, a journalist who covers China's space missions, described the discovery as so underwhelming it's brilliant. The Yutu-2 team, not without a sense of humor, named the boulder Jade Rabbit after the rover itself. While it wasn't a monolith or evidence of alien life, it's still a part of Yutu-2's historic mission as the first rover to explore the moon's far side. This isn't Yutu-2's first brush with curiosity-inducing finds. The rover has previously encountered oddities like a mysterious, gel-like substance that turned out to be melted rock and lighter soil that resembled snow but was simply weathered lunar regolith. The far side of the moon continues to surprise us, not always in ways we expect, but every discovery adds a layer to our understanding of Earth's closest celestial neighbor. So while the Mystery Hut may just be a rock, the excitement it generated shows how much humanity's fascination with the moon endures. Share your thoughts on this and other lunar discoveries by China in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more such videos. Until next time.